Soccer Complex here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, site of the 2015 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships, the culmination of the USYS National Championship Series. Sorry to get things underway a little bit late. Once again, technical difficulties. We'll get that smoothed out throughout the tournament for you, though. Today we're bringing you the U17 Group B matchup between the Michigan Jaguars and TOPHAT 16. The Michigan Jaguars are going right to left. They are clad all in white. TOPHAT is in deep, deep blue, reminiscent of the Chicago Bears. Perhaps even a little bit darker than that even. But they have the white trim. They are going left to right. No score here in the early going as we're about 5 minutes or so in. One of the other Group B matchups coming up behind us. Somebody scored over there. For those of you interested in Group A, is this one sent in towards the box? It's dangerous. It's loose. Sent in towards the goal. Diving out to make the claim. For Michigan is their goalkeeper. Now a quick counterattack sprung by the punt. Left-footed shot well off the target. Not a bad idea to try to get something going from that vantage point, but that was hopeful at best. TOPHAT puts it into play, and they get a free kick from it. Clouds have returned. It looked like the sun was going to come through just a little bit, but instead the overcast skies have returned. We had a big storm come through the area last night. Softened up the field, but really not too bad. It's not mushy or anything. The grass very solid out there. That's spongy. I believe it's Bermuda, but don't quote me on that. TOPHAT in possession as it's on the foot of Melissa Cameron. Up to Logue Schamberger and back to Caroline Saltmarsh. Back even further towards the defensive line. Intercepted by the Jaguars as they try to work it up the far sideline. Chasing that ball down is Devin Breaux. Set up for a left-footed cross. Cut out by Saltmarsh. Jaguars trying to get to it. Close to a handball, but not enough to gain the whistle. Here come the Jaguars. They'll peel it back. In towards the middle. Pyden. Looking through to Breaux, but bit too far, and that'll go out. A big right foot from the TOPHAT goalkeeper. TOPHAT out of Atlanta, Georgia. Michigan Jaguars from Novi, Michigan. I want to welcome everybody in that's watching on soccer.org. Today's games are presented by Turbo Sports Group. Your home for video highlights, streaming, and much, much more. Go to turbosportsgroup.com for more information. Second time today that the ball goes into touch and under one of our production trucks. This one was a little bit easier to get in. So we'll quickly restart the play. Hopefully we can avoid the injury bug that we've had on this field so far. A couple knee injuries. One of the players for La Roca was able to come back from it, the player from Tampa Bay, icing up her knee. Hopefully for her sake she'll be able to come back. But that was a Group A matchup, so not too much interest for these teams as of right now. Perhaps later on in the tournament they will take more of an interest in those teams. Cutting it towards the end line nicely is Bro, trying to get a corner kick and does just that. Amanda Minisale will come up to take the corner. Trying to give her team an offensive opportunity here. Sent into the box. Dangerous here. Cleared away at least for the moment. Second attempt gets us a little bit further. Michigan trying to put it right back into the mixer. Unsuccessful. Taking control of it was Taylor Meneed. TOPHAT able to clear the pressure, at least for the moment. A nifty little flick. The ball dangerous. Left-footed shot. They score! 1-0 in favor of Michigan with the quick goal. I believe it was from Devin Bro. Michigan taking advantage of their early pressure here, putting one up on the board for a 1-0 lead. Not even a quarter of an hour into the game. So the game's still in its youthful stages here in this Group B U17 matchup, but Michigan takes the early advantage. TOPHAT trying to look for an answer. A team from Atlanta, Georgia, throwing a lot into that one. A bit overzealous there from Taylor Meneed. Does not gain the whistle from the official. Michigan on top, 1-0. They got the early goal in the 10th minute. Once again, want to thank all of our Nike Soccer, Kohl's Department Stores, Nesquik, Wilson Trophies, Olive Garden. It's early in the morning here at Tulsa, but that still sounds pretty good. No whistle coming there as a player hits the dirt. Turbo Sports Group, obviously a sponsor of this contest, as they're bringing you all the action throughout this tournament. Sports Authority is another proud sponsor of U.S. Youth Soccer. That one goes into touch. 1-0 is your score. Michigan on top. Here come the Jaguars. Not a bad idea with the through ball, but nobody there on the end of the service. TOPHAT trying to get something going here as they send a ball through over the top. Coming out trying to claim it was the goalkeeper instead, or defender cut it off. Now it's in the foot of Medid. Taylor Medid gets it over to the far side for Kaylin Boyd. She'll drop it back, trying to find some open space. Now they take the shot, and they score! Equalizing goal for Kendall Parks, and it's 1-1. So it took nearly the full 45 minutes before we got a goal on this field in Group A. Group B sees the action fast and furious as it's 1-1. Michigan with the opening goal. And now the equalizer coming from Kendall Parks for TOPHAT 16. Team out of Atlanta, Georgia in the dark jerseys. So the equalizing goal coming just moments ago. Kendall Parks with an absolute rip from pretty much straight away. That's the place as a goalkeeper that you really don't want that ball to come from. Not too much that she could do about it. The goalkeeper for the Jaguars was outstretched as far as she could get, but that ball was just excellently placed. Now they're going to try another one. This one was a bit more ambitious, took a couple bounces in front of goal. But we're pretty much knotted up here. 1-1, back to square one. Looking to go over the top was Madison Pogarch. TOPHAT trying to reverse things. Looking for Manide. Defender was too close. They'll try the other side. A whistle and a foul in midfield. We're looking to go back for Britain. Instead, Manide able to cut it off. Crow in control of it. It'll come over the near side touchline. Throw in for TOPHAT. Boyd. Left foots it into the box. And that's an easy claim. Morgan Britton, goalkeeper for Michigan. Alexandra Plavin in between the pipes for TOPHAT. Game number 2 of the day on this field. Right now everything's holding up. Don't expect the grass to get too chewed up, but tune in for game 4 of the day and we'll see where we stand. Melissa Cameron. Long ball up the near side, intended for Logue Schamberger. Offside is the call. Back into play. Bro. Intended that one for Chloe Allen. Couldn't quite find the handle. Here comes Kaylin Boyd looking for Menide. She's going to muscle the defender away, not quite off the ball, and then, unfortunately for her, the clearance went right off of her shin, so it'll be a goal kick. Michigan Jaguars FC scored the opening goal of the game in about the 10th minute. Equalizing goal came about 5 minutes later from Kendall Parks of TOPHAT. 1-1 is your score. As time continues to tick away here in this first half. As always, the official time is kept by the center official, as this one could be dangerous. Clearing it away was Melissa Cameron. Sent back in towards the box, nodded back towards the center. A shot just wide. A great attempt there from Madison Pogarch. She was able to get a foot to that. Just couldn't direct it quite on frame the way that she wanted. Goal kick for the restart. Gets caught up in the air a little bit. Push from behind. The referee spotted it. Grace Jackson, not sure what she thought she was going to accomplish there, as that one was a clear shove. Megan Riley will put it back into action. Right in towards the keeper. Down towards the feet, so it was a little bit dangerous, but Plavin able to smother it very well. One your score. Both goals scored within the first 15 minutes or so in this contest. To the near sideline. Julia Crow trying to catch up to it. She'll take it towards the end line. Cameron trying to just allow that one to go out, and it will. Group B action here. Under 17. All the games on field 12, which is where we're coming to you from here at the Mohawk Soccer Complex. All the fields or all the games, I should say, on field 12 will be under 17. We'll switch over to the boys for the afternoon rounds. If you want to tune in for those, it will be Baltimore Celtic against South San Jose, and then Chicago Magic PSG against Sunrise Elite. But right now, we've got the Michigan Jaguars sending it into the box, claimed by Plavin against TOPHAT 16. Novi, Michigan against Atlanta, Georgia. Tie game right now as TOPHAT working it around their back line. Here comes Saltmarsh. Over the top, intended for Boyd. Coming out nicely to clear that one away was Morgan Britton. So now we get a break in the action as they will have a hydration break. Probably see those more and more as the days wear on. It's really supposed to get pretty warm come midweek. Yeah, today and tomorrow maybe in the high 80s, and it's going to be all 90s after that. So the players here taking full advantage of the cloud cover that is afforded to them as of right now. He also gives the coaches some opportunities to regroup, and both teams have seen some things that they've liked and seen a few things that they haven't. But you're bound to get that in the first game of any tournament. Now the referee blows her whistle, so we'll get things restarted here in just a moment. As you see the players come back out towards the field. Michigan able to take control now. TOPHAT regains, sending it up towards the box. Manide on the right foot. Has to cut it back. Through the center of the pitch. Cleared out of danger, at least for the moment. Michigan trying to counterattack here. Bringing it through pressure is Pogarch. Sending it in towards the box. Headed up into the air. Not claimed by the goalkeeper, Plavin. Trying to get it loose into the box. Left-footed shot. Oh, what a save. Rebound. They score! Molly McGorisk able to punch that one home after a great diving save by Plavin. It looked like it shouldn't have been too much, but you see the ball, great dribbling coming there from Pogarch, getting it into the box. The shot taken, blocked by the goalkeeper initially, comes back towards the box. Left-footed chance there, great diving save, and then able to punch it back in on the rebound. 2-1 now is the advantage for the Michigan Jaguars. So the Jaguars have had the only leads in this game. They've scored first and scored second. TOPHAT will look for a second equalizer. This game has been wide open. The defense has played fairly well. You can't necessarily, it's just any mistake that's happened so far has been taken advantage of. Schamberger had to throw it all the way back. Filtered through Grace Jackson, goes over to the far side. Jackson trying to get a piece of it. Instead, it's Megan Riley for Michigan. Back into the control of TOPHAT. Once again, they're going left to right in the dark blue jerseys. TOPHAT coached by Troy Garner. Michigan helmed by Mike Scobie. Foul given just outside the center circle in the midfield. Long free kick deep into the box. Too far for Manide. So 2-1 is your score. As you see on the top of your screen, Michigan in control. They took the 1-0 lead in the 10th minute. Now they have regained their one-goal advantage. Schamberger to Menide. Schamberger was looking for the return pass, instead to Jackson. Little chip. I believe she thought Menide was going to make the run. Instead, it was not there. Cameron steps into that one, able to take control for TOPHAT. Slices through the defense to Menide. Trying to gain some possession here. They will at least gain a throw. Substitution coming into the game. Miller Leeson into the game now for TOPHAT, as Cameron will take a bit of a breather. Menide will take the throw. Gets it into Schamberger. Intended that one for Leeson, but it rolls into touch. Up and over. Continued on by Riley. Instead, it's TOPHAT taking control. Menide from the near side. Looking to get it a little bit deeper, but still on the wing. Michigan instead takes control. Chloe Allen sent it back to the midfield. Now the long ball intended for Pogarch. Samantha Rolka will come into the game now for TOPHAT as they continue to try to keep the legs fresh. Madeline Erdman will eventually check in for Michigan as well. Michigan with a 1-goal lead. 3 goals have been scored in this half. We've already eclipsed the total we had in game number 1 of Group A. Once again, the Group A standings, 3 points right now to Tampa Bay, 1 each for Beach and New Jersey, and La Roca stuck on 0 through 1 game. Group B is still to be decided. The game behind us, I do believe, is 1-0, although I cannot decipher which team has the goal. Obviously, you see the score line for this game right here. Nice step over move and then drag back by Chloe Allen. Again for Pogarch. She was unsuccessful in holding on to that ball, getting just a touch to it. Was Taylor Penn. Through to midfield for Grace Jackson of TOPHAT. Long ball up the far wing will go into touch. Didn't have quite enough spin on it to keep it in bounds. Coming into the game now is the aforementioned Madeline Erdman. Pogarch will get the breather. TOPHAT with possession, but back deep in their own end as they kick it to their goalkeeper, Alexander Plavin. Plavin made a great save on the initial chance for the second goal of Michigan, but she was unable to smother that ball, and Michigan stayed with it, giving themselves a 1-goal lead. Sent over the top of the defense. Onside, coming in here is Miller Leeson, looking to cut it back in towards pressure, waiting for help now. Good back-checking defense there from Michigan. Now they look to spring the counter. Set a little bit too high in the air. That's easily nodded away. Saltmarsh with the last touch. Michigan back in control. They get it Up top to Devin Bro. Ball ends up bouncing through to Chloe Allen. She intended it to come here to the near side. Unsuccessful in doing so. Caitlin Barron about to come back, or come into the game, I should say, for Michigan, as the Jaguars will also warm up a few other players. Far sideline, Top Hat had it pilfered away. Into touch, and a throw in. Substitution will be made. So Barron into the game, Pyden out. She did some yeoman's work over on the far side, getting a well-deserved breather. Foul given against Top Hat, free kick to the Jaguars. Looking to increase their lead. They lead 2-1. Long ball into the box. Coming out to calmly claim that one was Plavin. As a goalkeeper, it's always important to get those first few touches after a goal. You want to regain that confidence if any was lost at all. This one is through. It would have been onside if it had gone all the way to Kaylin Boyd. Instead, Michigan looking to counter their own. Intercepted on the counterattack for Top Hat comes Saltmarsh. Jackson with the nifty touch. Menide. Boyd was expecting the return run. Nothing there. Schamberger made a run, but that was always goalkeeper's ball. Britton a bit shaken up as she took a bit of a knock on the lower body. Large left-footed punt comes to the near sideline. Menide will try to keep it in play. Was looking for Leeson. Instead, Bro able to get it away. Substitutes coming in now, both teams. Julia Zimmerman, Kelsey Estes into the game now for Michigan. I'll get it right sooner or later. And Morgan Harrison coming in now for Top Hat. The throw in for the Jaguars as they lead by a goal. Towards the center of the pitch. This one will go all the way back. They will probably play it to Britton, and they do. Not too much pressure from Top Hat. Easily taken away. Up the near sideline. Medide's going to track it down for Top Hat. Saltmarsh with the clearance. Leeson. On the right foot of Rolka. Oliver. Michigan with the ball. Jaguars with the lead. Trying to get themselves 3 points here in Group A, or Group B, I should say. Taryn Emerson will come into the game now for the Jaguars. Julia Crow will get a rest. Lovely through ball intended for Menide, cut out at the last moment. Rolling towards the near sideline, and that'll go in for a throw-in. Quickly back into play by Emerson. And now she holds up. Rolka tried to send it far side. Nothing doing there. The defense was wise to that attempt. Potential counter here. They send it long, but that one a bit too ambitious there from Michigan. Humidity starts to rise here as we get a little bit more sunlight peeking through the crowd. Leeson wanted to go for Rolka. Trying to catch up to it is Ratchik. As the plane takes off in the distance. TOPHAT with it. Flicked by Boyd. Harrison. Trying to get it over to the corner. Ratchik looking for some help. Harrison back on it. A little bit of a left-footed tapper there from Grace Jackson. Not too much behind it. Couldn't quite get the shoelaces through the ball. Britton with the punt. Bit of a push there. Referee spotted it. It's been a really clean game. Both games that we've played so far on this field have been relatively clean. The only thing TOPHAT's been guilty of so far is a couple hand checks. To use a basketball term. Here's Harrison for TOPHAT. Looking to get it to Boyd, but that was cut out. Boyd trying again. Still with the effort. Coming away with it was Midsail. Lots of time now for the Jaguars that they send it into pressure. Menide trying to steal it away from Magorsk. Just avoiding the central official there. Schamberger. Harrison. Pilfered by Emerson. Off the defending player. Emerson will gain a throw in for her team. Jenna Thom about to come in now for Michigan. She will give the arrest. Emerson couldn't quite keep it in the attacking area, I should say. That goes out. It'll be another throw-in for Michigan as Dion Bailey played it off of the defending player. Leeson off the throw. Boyd. Schamberger. Rolka. Far side for Ratchik. The bench calling out that Schamberger is open. Not one of the players that you want to let go free. Abigail Pretzkup will come into the game shortly for Michigan. Substitution will go. Checkup coming into the game. And getting a breather is Molly Magorisk. Closing in on halftime. 1-goal lead for Michigan as they send it up the far sideline. TOPHAT will gain the throw. Bit of a shove. Michigan gets away with it. Medide loses control of it. Barron couldn't quite find the handle. Just booted upfield by Saltmarsh. Played off Boyd. A little flick. Leeson trying to get into the danger area. Takes it in. Right-footed shot was blocked. Might have been a cross as well. Either way, it did not find its intended target. Barron sends it up, looking for checkup. And there is the halftime whistle. So a lot of goals in the first half, 3 in total, 2 for Michigan, 1 for TOPHAT 16. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll give you some of the highlights of that first half. Heading into the halftime, once again, the final score, or excuse me, not the final score, but going into halftime, the score is 2-1 in favor of the Michigan Jaguars. I'm Todd Panula. We'll be right back just after this from Tulsa, Oklahoma at the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. And welcome back to the Mohawk Soccer Complex. 2-1 is your score as you see the go-ahead goal. A great save by Plavin there. And then the rebound put in by Magorisk to give the Michigan Jaguars their halftime 2-1 lead. So that's where we stand after 45 minutes of play. I want to thank our sponsors for all the games here today at the Mohawk Soccer Complex in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Turbo Sports Group, obviously presenting all the day's action. Kohl's department stores are chipping in as well. Mang.org, one of the sponsors. Nesquik. Nike Soccer. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Olive Garden. Sports Authority. Wilson Trophy Company. And Capri Sun, all proud to sponsor U.S. Youth Soccer. We're just about ready to get away here in the second half. As I mentioned, the score 2-1 in favor of the Michigan Jaguars. Just a quick little update on the other action going on in Group B. Carlsbad is currently up 2-0 on RSA Elite. So that's Group B action as well. We'll try to keep an ear open for anything else going on over there. But that one is of note to this matchup because the winners of these contests will both have 3 points unless we get some draws, and then there will only be 1 point, and then comes down to goal differential. But that's all here and there until we get down towards the third game or so. These two teams playing each other very closely. TOPHAT doing a good job to answer after that initial goal that came in the 10th minute or so. The first 2 goals came in the first 15 minutes. The 10th minute goal was scored by the Michigan Jaguars, so they have never trailed in this game. The second goal from TOPHAT, the equalizer, came about the 15th minute or so. And then we showed you just a moment ago the highlight on that go-ahead goal for the Michigan Jaguars. Again, a lot of credit goes to Alexandra Plavin. She could have easily allowed that one to go in right off the bat. Made a great save diving over towards her right, but unfortunately for her, she couldn't find the handle on the ball. It just squirted away a little bit and ended up going in on the rebound off the boot from Molly Magorsk. Let's give you a little bit of background on some of these players. There's plenty of players for both teams that are going to be heading off to college fairly soon. A lot of them have college commitments already under their belt. Looking at the Michigan Jaguars, Dion Bailey will be headed to the University of Cincinnati come the fall. Caitlin Barron will not graduate until 2017, but she's already committed to Xavier University. Morgan Britton, the keeper, will go to Central Michigan University. Devin Breaux, the goal scorer on that initial goal, she's still got a year left of high school, but she's going to go to Auburn University, War Eagle. Elizabeth Cusino will be going to Ohio Northern. Dartmouth College will be the location of Molly Magorisk. Saginaw Valley State is the destination of Amanda Minnesale. Valparaiso has the commitment for Caitlin Oliver. Central Michigan are the next 3, so 4 players all from this team will be going to Central Michigan, home of the Chippewas. They will be joined by Madison Pogarch, Marissa Pyden, and Megan Riley. Several college commitments as well for TOPHAT Gold out of Atlanta, Georgia. Vanderbilt University, Caitlin Boyd will be joining some of her teammates there, as Grace Jackson will also be going to Vanderbilt, as well as Caroline Saltmarsh. University of Alabama is going to gain 2 players, Alexandra Plavin and Logue Schamberger. Going to the same university chain, but not the same university, will be Melissa Cameron, as she is given a verbal commitment to the University of Alabama at Birmingham. Stanford University is going to get a good player in a couple years as Belle Brede. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Apologies if not. She's committed to Stanford University, so she's going to be going all the way out west. Samford University, that's S-A-M-F-O-R-D, will gain a couple players off Top Hat, as they have gotten verbal commitments from Alexandra Laurie and Taylor Menide. Coastal Carolina will gain Kendall Parks come the summer of 2016. And the University of Georgia will be getting a new player in that year as well, as Aaron Radchick will become a Georgia Bulldog. A lot of players looking to move on, continue their careers at other places, but for right now they're focused on the task at hand, which is trying to win a national championship here at the Mohawk Soccer Complex in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The sun's starting to poke out a little bit, but the raindrops trying to do their duty as well. Interesting weather here on day number 1 of this tournament. It's going to be a hot one here in Tulsa. Pretty humid here today, but the temperature is at least bearable. We'll see how much that holds up later on. 2-1 is your score. Your leading team is clad in white, and they will get the restart going here for the second half. And there is the referee's whistle. We're underway here for the second 45. Top Hat will try to do all they can as they head right to left and get the ball on an errant pass. They go right up top looking for Harrison. Drops it back for Rolka. Looking for Menide. She's coming out from the wingback spot. Rolka again. Looking for some aid. Drops it all the way back to Taylor Penn. We do have a goalkeeping change for the Michigan Jaguars as Bethany Koppel will come into the ball game, and she makes her first save there, picking it up. Huge boot way up in the air, good 40 yards, I'd say, up in the sky. Plavin to Menide. Schamberger. Harrison looking for Rolka. Had it knocked away at the last second. Good defending by Erdman. That one was intended for Grace Jackson. Go into touch. Menide will get the throw for Top Hat. Sent up towards the area, but not quite in control yet. Harrison sends it far side. Trying to catch up to it before it goes out is Cameron. She is successful. Putting on a move, puts it on the right foot, cuts it back. Left foot in towards the box, unsuccessful. Into touch, but a throw gained for Top Hat. Top Hat 16. From Atlanta, Georgia. Taking on the Michigan Jaguars in Group B action. U17 bracket here on day number 1 at the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. A culmination of a lot of hard work by a lot of good young players. From the back line, just out of the reach of Cameron. Another throw in coming for Michigan. Penn has to send it back to her goalkeeper. Barron with the header. Saltmarsh gets it up towards half field, but no further. Here come the Jaguars as they get some instruction from their coach on the bench. Laurie. Saltmarsh. Back further. Cameron. Saltmarsh had her pocket pick. Check that. That was Grace Jackson. Nevertheless, probably would have liked to have not been identified. TOPHAT looking for an equalizer. Rolka putting on the... able to absorb it on the Jaguars. Up through the center of the pitch. Barron trying to track it down. Solid pass finds Erdman. To Magorisk. Barron up the near wing. The through pass connects. Here comes Julia Crow. Rolka stepped into it. Harrison couldn't get a piece of the ball. And it rolls out for a goal kick. Rolka drops it back. Now Penn. Schamberger coming out to clear that one away was Koppel. Out of action going on over on the far sideline. Everybody kind of stuck in here on the midfield. Saltmarsh almost got a little bit careless with it. Here comes Manide. She likes to push up from that wingback position. Harrison looking for space. She'll take it. Here comes the challenge. Sends it towards goal, but right at the keeper, Koppel. Again, high in the air off the boot of Koppel. Michigan can't win it cleanly. It'll go into touch. Manide. Rolka. Harrison. Jackson. Far side pass. Return pass intended for Jackson. That's cut away. Saltmarsh off the throw, looking to push forward. Laurie. Able to cut through the defense, sends it near side, rolls all the way to Menide. She'll push in towards the box, defended there. Cuts it back, puts it back on the right. Top of the box, sends it towards goal, and that's easily blocked. Now the left foot towards the top of the area again. Right-footed shot from Jackson. And then a left-footed drive by Menide does not have too much mustard on it. Two to 1 is your score. Obviously, you see it up there on your screen. Michigan leads it. They got an early goal. In the 9th minute from Devin Breaux. And Molly McGorris able to put home the rebound to get their second goal, sandwiched in between those. TOPHAT was able to get a nice blast from the top of the area. Long shot there, trying to test the keeper. Bit hopeful that. Once again, want to thank Turbo Sports Group for presenting all today's games, as well as our other great sponsors. Turbo Sports Group is your home for video streaming, highlights, and much, much more. Go to turbosportsgroup.com. You can catch all the action presented by Turbo Sports Group right here at USYS.org. This one rolls towards the near side. Rolka plays it off the attacking player and gains a throw. Penn. Jackson. Menide. Penn returns it. Nice through ball. Harrison trying to cut it back towards the middle. It's a good idea, but a bit too much to expect there. In terms of Miller Leeson trying to catch up to that one. Players warming up here on the near sideline for for Michigan. Still haven't gotten game number 1 out of my head. Michigan on the attack. Julia Crow rolls it near side for Caitlin Barron. She'll put her right foot, loft it into the box, but that sails over the netting. Goal kick. Abby Chekhov is going to come back into the game for Michigan. Didn't get too much playing time in the first half, but was useful with what she did. Michigan trying to keep it in the attacking third. Rolka has other options. Penn. Saltmarsh. Little step over. Nifty move, but doesn't gain much of an advantage given the area. Cameron, her pass went a little bit awry, and now it'll be a Michigan throw on the far sideline. So kickoff will come into the game. Looks like Madison Pogarch coming out. Check that. It is Kelsey Estes. Into the box, mishandled there by Plavin. Able to corral the rebound. Now the game on the field behind us is over. Didn't hear too much reaction. Yeah, check that. It looks like just a water break. So one can only assume that Carlsbad is still up 2-0 in Group B action. Right here it's 2-1 in favor of the Jaguars from Novi, Michigan. Jaguars looking to press the advantage. Emerson lost it for a second. Michigan unable to regain. We'll restart things from the throw. Cameron throws it in. Didn't get it too far. Michigan back on it. Penn with the clearance. Emerson holds it in. Jackson. Schamberger had it pilfered away at the last moment. Cut out there by Pogarch. Sends it into the box. Nobody there. Emerson taken down. Michigan coaching staff wanted a foul, none given. Comes near side to Menide. Back through center, Rolka. Got Harrison making a run on the near side, doesn't see her. Instead elects to go right. Intended for Schamberger, but that was way too hard. Now there's a bit of a flick towards Chekhov. TOPHAT alleviates the pressure. Harrison can't get to it before. Harrison with the steal, but only for a moment. Up the near sideline. Not a backspin on that ball. Menide to Penn. TOPHAT only trailing by a goal, but they need to show a little bit more urgency here if they're really looking for that equalizer. It's been 2-1 since about the 38th minute or so. Rolka putting on some good pressure there. Looks like it's going to be a goal kick. Slicing through the air on the goal kick. Michigan can't corral it. Here comes TOPHAT as they look to get into the offensive end. They will try to set it up from the backside. Penn with the long ball, looking for Leeson. Is able to hold it in on the end line, left-footed cross. Nobody on the end of that one. Menide will get to it. She takes it towards the end line, picks up some speed, wildly sent that one towards the goal, but ultimately over the end line. Good hustle there from TOPHAT. Need to see a little bit more of that. Looking for this equalizer. It's been mostly Michigan. They haven't had too many chances towards goal, but they've had the majority of the solid possession, really. Here's Erdman. Stepped into by Schamberger. Medide all the way to Saltmarsh. Trying to switch the point of attack. Back into the mixer. Barron for Michigan. To Pogarch. Pogarch almost got it away from the larger player, Taylor Penn. And Penn using her strength to ward off that attack. Schamberger has to regroup. That's a good little flick, but Julia Crow able to see it and cut it out. Crow back to Bailey. Haven't called her much name today. She's probably grateful for that. Being on the back line, the less your name is called, the less you have to do. Only goes to reason. Here's Harrison for TOPHAT. From midfield to Jackson. Not enough on it. Boyd to Bro. Looking for the shot just over the crossbar. That would have been a great insurance goal if she had just put a little bit less on it, but always hard to tell from that distance. Riley back into the game for Michigan as Erdman gets a rest. Kaylin Boyd also back on for TOPHAT. Time ticking away here on game number 1 for TOPHAT. Michigan with the 1-goal lead, looking to add to it. Back heel, a little bit too cheeky there. Always looks good if you can pull it off, but when it doesn't, sometimes the coaches are a little bit more frustrated. Medide stepped into by Chekhov. Jackson for TOPHAT. Penn. Long ball, looking for Schamberger, but way too far over the top. Couple gets it back into play quick. Riley. As the Jaguars push up field. Burrow drops it a little bit further back. Chekhov. Coming in now is Chloe Allen. As Michigan makes a sub. Up through the midfield as we go to the far sideline. Michigan on top, 2-1, as you see on your screen. As the ball bounds back and forth once again in the midfield. Heat of the day starting to get to these players just a little bit. Coaches trying to make substitutions a little more often, keeping the legs fresh. Don't want any late mistakes. Potential one coming up here, played back to the keeper and then out. That was blasted away by Couple. She hasn't really been tested too much as in her half of action. Morgan Britton got the start. Only gave up the one goal, which there was absolutely nothing she could do about it. It was an absolute cracker of a shot. Britton dove over to her right, but there was nobody that was going to stop that. Sent into the box by Crow. Too close to the goalkeeper, and Plavin with the claim. Menide will work it up the near sideline. Rolka. Boyd. TOPHAT struggling to get it over the half line with any kind of possession. Cleared away by Couple. TOPHAT back in possession. Far side for Leeson. Cameron to Boyd. Looking near side, Menide was making the run. She wanted it a little more in front of her, but she has to make do. Surrounded by two white jerseys. Into the box. Now Jackson trying to muscle off the defender. Unsuccessful. She took a bit of a spill. The ball played over to the near sideline. And it'll go into touch. Throw in. Kendall Parks. The goal scorer for TOPHAT. Looking to work some more magic. They need an equalizer here. Time continues to tick away. It's only day one, game one, but you don't want to fall behind by too much. This will be a corner kick. My apologies. Thought it went out for a throw. Instead, it's corner. Now it's Schamberger trying to work her way around the defender, trying to draw the foul, and she will get it. So this will amount to kind of a short corner kick. It's relatively close to the end line. Schamberger's going to take it again. Try to get a right-footed in swinger, look for potential rebound or head ball. And in, head ball off the crossbar. Comes back out. Cleared away. Saltmarsh trying to put it right back in. Charging out and diving to claim it is Bethany Couple. Dangerous there as TOPHAT almost had the equalizer. The free kick from just this side of the touchline on the end line proved to be very beneficial, but just about a foot too high. It went off the crossbar and back away. Michigan leads 2-1 as they try to take command along with potentially Carlsbad in Group B. Tampa Bay leads Group A. Into the box. Sent away. So now as we're about a little over midway through the half, we'll get a hydration break. 2-1 is your score. TOPHAT very close to the equalizer on that free kick. They were able to get a head ball to it, just not quite the placement that they would have liked. Went off the crossbar, back out, easily cleared away. Hopefully you're all enjoying these games wherever you're watching, whether it's up in Michigan or down in Hotlanta. Hopefully you're keeping cool wherever you're at. It's a bit warm here. Not too bad temperature-wise, but the humidity, given the storms that we had last night, are quite high. but can't complain too much. It's probably going to get even worse later on in the week. So the players will have to do their best to stay hydrated throughout the week, eat the fruits, oranges, bananas, what have you. Got to keep those cramps away. Not likely to affect them too much here for game number 1, but as this tournament rolls on, hydration and taking care of yourself is really key. So we get things restarted, looking for the flick on, ball loose. Schamberger back on it. Trying a little chip towards the 18-yard area, and that's cleared away. Penn can't quite get it to settle down, but we've got a whistle. Head official must have seen something as Michigan made the clear that she didn't approve of. Still not quite sure what happened for the restart. The official ended up just with a drop ball. Given back to TOPHAT now as they will try to get things started. They've got to get that tying goal. Things can end in a tie here as we are in the round robin portion of this tournament. TOPHAT trying to get it away from their defensive third as Michigan was looking to get that insurance goal. They already lead by 1. Here comes Manide with the counter for TOPHAT. She's got some space, loses the handle a little bit, takes a right-footed shot, but right at the keeper. TOPHAT starting to show a little bit more urgency here as time slips away from them. Jackson sends it near side, looking for Kendall Parks. She wants to put it back into the mixer, gets it onto the right foot. That looks to be her preferred foot. Now she drags it back to the left, sends one in. But again, you have to keep it away from the keeper at this stage of the game. Sending it in to awaiting hands does nothing for you. Knotted on by Chloe Allen for Michigan. TOPHAT back in control. Cameron avoiding pressure, slicing through the middle. She sent one through to Parks, but they weren't on the same wavelength. Michigan coaching staff, Mike Scobie, telling his team that they need to keep the ball. They have yet to heed his words, although they only had one opportunity. But at this stage of the game, possession is key. The more that TOPHAT has the ball, the more opportunities they can create, as Leeson took a spill. Emerson is right on her like glue. Trying to send it over the top to Boyd. That's met by Crow. TOPHAT gets it near side to Parks, puts on the brakes, got a little bit of space, looking to turn, rolls over the top of the ball. Outside to Manide. Barron trying to guard her. Manide gets it in towards the box. Left-footed drive, and that's blocked away. Good positioning there from Emerson. Second attempt rolls out for the goal kick. And we will get a substitution coming in here for the Jaguars. Coming into the game will be Amanda Minisale. And getting a well-deserved rest was Julia Crow. She was very good defensively there in that last little attacking foray by TOPHAT. Restart from the goal kick. Foul given back to TOPHAT. Penn will put it back into play. She's going to come near side to Manide as they try to build it from the back. Not too much time left, but they don't necessarily want to just go for the long ball every time. Good strategy so far. Trying to catch up to this one is Bro. Instead, it's played back to Plavin. She has to get it onto the right foot, sends it far side for Saltmarsh. Again, the Michigan coaching staff wanting more possession. Now they've got it back on their side. Here comes Emerson. She'll take it up the far wing. Thought about taking it all the way to the corner. Instead, gives it up to Allen. Allen almost lost it, regains. Not sure if that was a cross or a shot. Nevertheless, it goes out for the goal kick. Marissa Pyden will come back into the game after an extended break. She came off a little bit labored in the first half. Thought it was just because she had put in a lot of tough work, but she had actually picked up a little bit of an injury, spent most of the remainder of the first half and the beginning of the second half icing up her right ankle. But she's none the worse for wear right now. She makes her way back onto the pitch. And Jenna Thom will get a rest for herself. Called right into action is Pyden. Bro tried to get it over the top to Allen. She would have been onside. Tried to get it to Pogart. She took a wave at it. Leg slipped out from underneath her. Another substitution. This time it'll be for TOPHAT. Looks like Aaron Ratchick will check back into the game. Miller Leeson will take a breather after getting a good long look out there. 3 points on the line. Right now, all three would be claimed by Michigan if the score line holds up. Throw in TOPHAT. The sun now fully out of the clouds. Can start seeing some hats and sunscreen come out. For myself, for sure. Picked up to nasty sunburn covering the President's National Cup Championship in Olathe, Kansas. Can't have that again. Foul given. Free kick to Michigan. Based on the reactions, seems to be that Carlsbad is still in control of their game. So if the score lines hold as we think they might, it would be Carlsbad and Michigan on top of Group B with 3 points apiece. Into the box. Allen spins towards the left, falls down, no foul given. The referee says not a chance. Back towards the mixer. Trying to get it over the top. Offside. The referee will allow the goalkeeper to maintain it. Great action there for Michigan as they look for that insurance third goal. Devin Breaux just a bit too quick on that one. Back into play from Penn. Breaux takes a swing at it, unsuccessful. Now she'll get it. Stepped into by Penn. No whistle. The referee says it was all an even challenge. Looking for the through ball. Schamberger is in. She takes the shot. Just wide. Deflection off of Emerson. And it will be a corner kick. So the action is all over on field 11. Want to welcome in anybody who might have switched over. Carlsbad, I believe, winning. They don't have scoreboards up here, so I'm goal reactions. It's 2-1 here. 3 points up for grabs and at least a tie for top spot. Michigan trying to clear it out. They do. It'll roll over the far side touchline. Desperation setting in now for TOPHAT. Not too much time remaining. They trail by a goal. Foul given against Michigan. Jaguars, when they have had the ball, they've done a much better job of keeping hold of it. Whereas about 5 minutes ago or so, they were really sending too many long balls looking for that goal. Now they've tried to hold on to it, but TOPHAT has really done a good job of pressing forward themselves. U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships from the Mohawk Soccer Complex here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Bringing you all the action this entire week on USYSsoccer.org, presented by Turbo Sports. Goalkeeper didn't elect to come out and get that one. Saltmarsh will gain it at half field. Long boot up the field. Penn puts a head to it. Laurie back to Penn. Up through the middle. Boyd gets a bit of a shove. All Eagle. Still in control. TOPHAT trying to charge forward. Cleared away. The back line from TOPHAT pushing ever forward so those long balls might be able to catch them. Jackson negates the pass to Parks and goes right to Penn. Looking up top to Boyd. The goalkeeper coming out and slides with a confident grab there. Bethany Koppel says not a chance. Koppel's going to take all the allotted time that she is given before she puts this one back into play. That one goes just under the foot of Devin Breaux. Goalkeeper Alexander Plavin electing to go with the punt instead of playing it from the back line. They know that there's not too much time left and got to get it upfield as quickly as possible. Trying a feint there was Menide as she has moved up to the forward line. Kendall Parks has kind of taken her wingback spot, although I think they've kind of gone to a back three. Have TOPHAT. Substitution coming in now. Molly McGordisk, who has what would right now be the game-winning goal. Parks puts a left foot into it. Settled down by Boyd. Not under control, though. Boyd puts a foot to it. Studs were up. Referee says no foul. Jackson will send it far side. Cameron coming up from the wingback spot. Back into the center of the pitch. Cleared away, at least for the moment. Second attempt. Onside would have been Allen, but that one's going to roll out. Nobody there from the throw-in on Penn. Allen kicks it towards the area. Plavin will come out and grab it. Time is the enemy for TOPHAT 16. Far side. Now Schamberger takes a right-footed shot. A little bit of a bobble there from Koppel, but she was able to claim it as her own. Again, the long punt. Allen couldn't quite find the foot to it. Now Allen gets it. Potential goal-scoring opportunity, and making the save, rebound loose. Plavin bailed out by her defense. Penn was able to clear that one away from the area. But confident goalkeeping initially by Alexandra Plavin as she dove out to try to smother that one, and she may have saved the game for her team, at least giving them an opportunity. You go down by 2 at this stage of the contest, and that's all she wrote. Here comes Parks. She has Penn making the run. Medide. She's going to take it herself. Medide. The official has put up a certain amount of time on the board, but I cannot see it. Can't be too much. No goals have been scored in this half. 2-1 was the score at halftime. Cameron trying to keep it in. Sends it back towards the area. She'll have to again. This one's going to get almost to half field again. Cameron with it. Now for Jackson. Trying to take on the defender. Little step over, and that's poked away. Pyden was having none of it. And there's the whistle. That is a final. 2-1 is the score. 3 points awarded to the Michigan Jaguars. They are tied atop Group B with Carlsbad. So an entertaining first half. Not quite as much in the second half, but overall a pretty good game for these two squads. 3 points once again going the way of the Michigan Jaguars as they sit atop Group B. That'll do it for this game. As once again we want to thank all of our sponsors for today's game. Today's game, as well as all the games in this tournament, brought to you by Turbo Sports Group, as well as Kohl's Department Stores, Mang.org, Nesquik, Nike Soccer, Liberty Mutual Insurance, Olive Garden, Sports Authority, Wilson Trophy Company, and Capri Sun, all proud sponsors of the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. Stay tuned. We've got under 17 action coming up on the boys' side if you want to watch that. But until the next time, I'm Todd Panula for everybody here at the Turbo Sports Group. Have a good one. 2-1 is your final. Michigan wins.